A very pleasant good evening, football fans, and welcome to Baker Gator High School Football on WTJT 90.1 FM and on Jog Jive YouTube channel. Tonight, we are live from Panama City, Florida, Tommy Oliver Stadium. It's the inaugural Sunshine State Athletic Conference Championship game between the Baker Gators and the Blountstown Tigers. Both teams come in undefeated with 9 wins. Baker advanced to tonight's championship game by escaping the jaws of the Port St. Joe Sharks 27-21. Meanwhile, the Tigers take this steam out of Vernon Yellow Jackets and get here tonight also. Baker and Blountstown, no strangers to one another. They have met 8 times in the past 15 years. The Tigers lead the series 6 wins to 2. The last time they met, 2 years ago, 2017. It was a win for Blountstown, 41-21. But this is a brand new year, 2 new teams, Baker and Blountstown. Tonight in the conference championship, stay tuned. And once again, a very pleasant good evening, and thanks for listening to Baker Gator High School Football. I'm Mark Forehand, all primed, pumped up, and excited for tonight's game. And with me again this week is the one, the only, Jesse Jernigan. Jesse, welcome to Panama City.
Hey, excited to be here. Excited to be this is a beautiful stadium, beautiful weather tonight, and crisp and cool air. Feels like football, and very excited to be here. Yeah,
finally it feels like football weather. I get to wear my hoodie for the first time this season. Yeah. And it's a great stadium here, a beautiful stadium. The team captains are at midfield for Blountstown and Baker. Number 1 is Trevon Smith. Number 11 is Alex Valdez. And number 52 is Carson Hatchett. For the Gators, team captains, Carter Mason. And I'll check the rest of them just a minute, Jesse.
Yeah.
Looks like Devin Jordan, along with Dustin Oglesby and Dylan LaFear. And the Gators will be receiving tonight's kickoff.
Yeah. Try to get started quick, I guess.
So we are set. This is different for us, Jesse. It's a Saturday night game. All the high schools played last night. And so we're the only game in town as far as high school.
Yeah, that's right. And this is the Sunshine State Athletic Conference Championship.
And we are without Robbie Kolb tonight, our silent reporter, due to some technical difficulties. Be right back.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup featuring automated trucks. No bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com. WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts has auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT.
Hi, this is Tony from Baker Feed and Country Store. The Baker Gator football season is back, and we are proud supporters of WTJT's live Baker Gator football program. Baker Feed and Country Store has all your fall food plot, seed, and fertilizer needs, along with corn, rice bran, pellets, and blocks. We carry Justin boots, belts, wallets, and Wrangler jeans. Baker Feed and Country Store is located on the right at the light in downtown Baker and can be reached by phone 537-1000. Again, that's 537-1000. Go Gators!
It is the inaugural Sunshine State Athletic Conference Championship game The Baker Gators and the Blountstown Tigers. Both teams undefeated, 9 straight wins. But the Tigers lead the series over the past 15 years, 6-2. They last won 2 years ago. Brand new year, 2 new teams. Here we go, set to kick off for the Tigers is Pola McLeod back deep for the Gators. Joe Brunson and Jack Adams. And it's a short kick taken by the Gators. Zane Steele returns it to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Baker Gators. Mark and Jesse in the press box. Glad to have you with us. Jesse?
Man, I think we have to have a pretty quick start tonight. Looks like we got a pretty good return there from Zane Steele and getting up the field. But I think the offense has got to really strike quick here. And we know kind of the main game plan that we normally come into games with the ground and pound. But it's going to be important for our offensive line to get a good push against Blountstown tonight.
It is 1st and 10, Baker from their 39-yard line. Under center, Sam Croson hands off to Joe Brunson, right side. And Joe gets about 3 yards out to the 43-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Baker Gators. Joe Brunson, Jesse, I believe he has 1,778 yards on the season thus far, if I'm not mistaken. That's almost 200 yards a game. He could easily break 2,000 before this year is over with.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to do that. He's consistent with his running, and I know last week maybe struggled a little bit, but I think the game plan Port St. Joe came with last week is really dialed in just on Joe Brunson, which is tough on anybody to be able to be singled out like that. But tonight maybe they'll spread it around, get him open in the field.
Sam Croson hands off to Jack Adams, left side, and Jack breaks one tackle and up to second. And he's brought down by a big number 32 for the Blountstown Tigers. That is Zeb Kelly. Gets to the 43, loses maybe a yard, brings up 3rd down and about 7 for the Gators.
Yeah, it looked like Jack Adams had the corner to get to there, but there at the last second, the Blountstown defender grabbed a hold of his jersey and didn't allow him to swing around to the outside and catch that sideline. And we know with his speed this year, Mark, that if he does catch that sideline, it's pretty dangerous for the Blountstown team, but good thing for the Gators.
10:40 to go first quarter. Sam Croson under center, Jack Adams in motion. Now Sam comes out, looks to the sideline. 5 seconds on the play clock. He's going to have to hurry this one up, Jesse. 2, 1. It's about to be delay a game. And there's a flag. Too much time, delay a game on the Baker Gators.
Yeah, little penalties like that, if you rack up throughout the entire game, will hurt you in a really big way. So it's got to be something they're really going to have to pay attention to that.
Well, Jesse, do you suppose the extra day off may be throwing both these teams off, or just a different atmosphere, a neutral site, or?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of factors that pour into that. I think just having that extra day, playing a game on a Saturday night, unusual for a high school team, and then also the atmosphere of a different stadium. I know that Blountstown is considered the home team tonight, but nobody really has home field advantage. They're not sure. This is a big stadium, beautiful stadium, excitement, and I think the Sunshine State Athletic Conference did it right this year and did a good job pouring into this and making a big deal out of this for the kids. It gives them something to look forward to, but I think it could mess them up a little bit, maybe the first couple minutes, a little bit of butterflies, but I think they'll get past that the first couple downs.
It is 3rd down and 7 for Baker from their 42-yard line. 10:21 to go first quarter. Just underway, Baker's first possession. And now Joe Brunson in the Wildcat formation. Joe looks back, he drops back to pass, goes to the air, and it's in and out of the hands of Eric McQueen. And Jesse, that's the first time I think we've seen Joe Brunson back to pass.
Yeah, and necessarily, you said it's like the Wildcat. It's just like a shotgun formation for those of you at home, just dropping back there. And he really delivered a beautiful pass there. Eric just couldn't pull it in, but pretty impressive. They're changing up the game plan a little bit, trying a little bit of things new, and I think that's something Blountstown may not have been prepared for, to see him drop back and pass, especially this early in the game.
Yeah, basically the Wildcat is just the running back in shotgun formation, and the quarterback goes out wide to the right. Joe Brunson in punt formation on 4th and 7. And this short punt will hit about the 30-yard line of Blountstown. And it's picked up by Trevon Smith, and he has popped and taken down by Dustin Oglesby and Seth Baxa at the 34-yard line. So a combination there. Now, Trevon Smith, the leading rusher for the Blountstown Tigers, has 1,005 rushing yards, but over 1,700 all-purpose yards.
All-purpose. Wow. Yeah, sounds like they've got a pretty stout offense coming at us. I think our defensive line, and we've talked about this the past several weeks, Eric McQueen and Zane Steele on those two corners out there as far as defensive ends are concerned. They're going to have to come up big here, especially to contain them, not allow them to get to the sidelines.
2:06 first quarter, no score. 1st and 10 Blountstown from their 35-yard line. Quarterback is number 4, Pumphrey. And he hands off on the first play to Trevon Smith, and he's wrapped up, brought down quickly by Jesse Jordan and by Devin Smith near the 35-yard line. Also, Bodie Kolb on the tackle. It's actually a loss of a yard back to the 34. 2nd down 11 for the Tigers.
Yeah, important for the defense to hold up this kind of intensity throughout the entire game because they played really well there, kept contained, but everybody's rushing to the ball. Everybody's staying with it, and everybody's coming together to complete the tackles.
9:35 first quarter, 2nd down 11 from the 34. Again, Trevon Smith this time off the left side. Again, Seth Baxter right there, along with Eric McQueen and Carter Mason, and Jessica so far, the running back, Trevon Smith, nowhere to run but backwards, and that's a no gain, 3rd down 11 for the Tigers.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if this is their normal formation they run in, but everything is really tight. They're not spreading anything out, taking any defensive backs out of the play or even any linebackers out of the play, so everybody's within that, what you would call that box that's right there on the defense. It looks like now they might be splitting some out wide to kind of spread it out, but when everybody's in there together, it makes it a little easier to make those tackles.
8:54 first quarter, no score. Pumphrey back to pass, goes deep down the field. It goes for Smith. He makes a great catch at the 30-yard line. Bodie Kolb on the coverage, but a great catch by number 1, Trevon Smith.
Yeah, he just reached right up there and pulled that ball down out of the air. Good pass by the quarterback to get it where only his receiver could get to the ball. And, Bodie was right there, right on coverage. Really wasn't a whole lot he could do. The quarterback put it in a good spot. Receiver made a fantastic catch. Good play all around for Blountstown.
Yeah, correction. That was actually number 11, Alex Valdez, who on the year has 5 receptions for 103 yards, and right there picks up a first down at the Baker 30-yard line. 8:22 to go first quarter, no score. Pumphrey hands off to Smith. Right side, breaks one tackle, a second tackle, still going. And finally, he's still going. Finally brought down by number 9, Joe Brunson, but it's a first down Blountstown at the Baker 11-yard line. Some heavy-duty running by Trevon Smith.
Yeah, Smith on that one, man. He just second, third, fourth effort, whatever you want to call it. He was not going down easily that time. And a lot of arm tackles by our guys. They're going to have to really get in there, wrap up, stay with him. Don't try to make that big hit. Just get the guy on the ground. Otherwise, you're going to see 10, 15 extra yards like you saw on that play. 19-yard run, 1st and 10 for Blountstown from the Baker 11-yard line. 7:48 to go first quarter, no score. Quarterback Logan Pumphrey under center. And hands off to Valdez, left side. Valdez into the end zone. Touchdown, Blountstown Tigers. So, Jesse, they go 71 yards on that drive. The big play was that pass, and it is a touchdown, Blountstown on the 11-yard run by Alex Valdez. Yeah, tough break there for the Gators to let them in the end zone like that, but I'll tell you, that was a great block play. I mean, beautifully designed. The running back knew where he was going, second level, got to those linebackers and held them down, allowed them to get to that corner and be able to break that into the end zone for a touchdown for Blountstown.
On for the extra point is McLeod for the Tigers. It is good. 7:37 to go. First quarter, Blountstown strikes first. 7-0. Back in a moment.
WTJT would like to thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to the listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. They have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. They also have delivery available, and all of their materials are Florida product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
So Blountstown strikes first, an 11-yard run by Alex Valdez. The point after good. It is 7-0 Blountstown. The kicker is number 10, Pola McLeod. On extra points this season, he is 26 of 35. He nails that one, 7-0. Tigers on top of the Gators. Again, a little squib kick taken by Zane Steele near the 28-yard line. And Zane is flipped for a somersault. No perfect landing, but a great tackle by number 11, Alex Valdez. And Zane Steele is stopped at the 40-yard line.
Not mistaken, Alex Valdez right there, number 11. He was the guy that scored the touchdowns a couple minutes ago, so he's making big plays on both sides of the ball. Blountstown, they're pumped up. They're excited. Our offense has got to come right here, and they have got to show their strength and really, execute these plays to be able to put themselves back in a good position to take control of this game.
Hey, Jesse, real quick. Auburn over Ole Miss at the half, 10-7.
Oh.
Here it is 1st and 10 for the Gators at their 40. Blountstown 7, Baker nothing. These two teams last met in 2017 in the state playoffs. A 41-21 win for Blountstown that knocked Baker off the road to the championship that season. They lead 6-2 over the past 15-year span. And right now lead 7-0 in this championship game. Your quarterback is number 3, Sam Closen. Under center, LaFleur hands off to Joe Brunson, right side, and Joe's to the 43-yard line. 3-yard run brings up 2nd down 7 for the Gators.
Yeah, we're getting a decent kick out there on the end from our tight end, but they're just not holding their block long enough to allow Joe to get in there. That time, the defensive end, shook that block a little bit and got in there and disrupted it before Joe could really get turned upfield. Otherwise, if he would have held a block, I think that would have been a 1st down right there, Mark.
It is a 3-yard run, 2nd down 7 for the Gators from their 43-yard line. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Again, Croson under center. Joe Brunson right side. This time finds a hole across midfield. Forced out of bounds near the Blountstown 48-yard line. 1st down for the Baker Gators. And Jesse, you just called that.
Yeah, it looked like that time. I think it was Zane Steele on the kick out there. And he might have got upended on the return, but that time he upended that defensive end as well and sprung Brunson to a 1st down.
It is 1st and 10 Baker at the Blountstown 47-yard line. 6:48 first quarter. Blountstown 7, Baker nothing. Live from Panama City. Mark and Jesse with you, and Robbie having to set this one out tonight. Sam Croson under his center, LaFleur. Again, Joe Brunson right side, and this time stopped after a no gain. Brought down by Blountstown Tigers. That's number 52, Carson Hatchett.
Yeah, Blountstown was really attacking the ball that time, Mark, and they were getting in there quick. Their linebackers knew exactly where the play was, knew exactly where to go to it, and, kudos to their defense. They're doing a good job right there.
6:12 first quarter. 2nd down 10 for Baker from their 47-yard line. Jesse, last week we saw a couple of new twists, surprises from the offense. Mm-hmm. The first was the Wildcat with Joe, and we saw Sam Croson go downfield further and more passes last week.
Sure.
And now rolls to his left, wants to pass. He's got Seth backs out the backfield, and Seth picks up about 5 yards to the 42-yard line. Just a little pass out in the flat. 2nd down for the Gators.
Yeah, good job there by Croson to really sell the fake.
I'm sorry, Jesse, go ahead.
To sell the fake on that play right there. Did a good job of distracting the defense and allowing Baxa to get out of that backfield and pick up a few, 5 or 6 yards there for the Gators, and it makes it a little bit easier on them on this 3rd down to manage.
Right, it was 3rd down. It's 3rd down now. 3rd down 5 for the Gators from the Tiger 42-yard line. 5:13 to go first quarter. And Sam hands off to Joe right side. He finds a big block behind Carter Mason, and Joe has the 1st down at the Blountstown 35-yard line.
Yeah, great job there by Carter Mason to pull from that left guard position and really lead the way to get the Gators to that next 1st down.
There is an official timeout. We'll take it as well. Be right back after this.
Thank you, Brackney Funeral Service in Crestview, for your support. Brackney Funeral Service is located on Highway 90 East. They are locally owned and operated and provide all the traditional funeral services, including burials and cremations. And the telephone number is 683-9898. 683-9898. Terry Brackney is the funeral director. Again, thanks, Terry and Brackney Funeral Service for giving to WTJT.
WTJT would like to send a special thanks to CCSI of Crestview, Florida. It's businesses like you, through all your support, that makes this live coverage of the Baker Gators Friday Night Football possible.
2004, Baker goes to Blountstown to face the Tigers in the first round of state playoffs that year. And Blountstown, they annihilate the Gators 65-12, 15 years ago, first round of the playoffs. Here it is 7-0 Blountstown on top of Baker with 4:54 to go in the first quarter. Again, Joe Brunson leaps over one tackler for Blountstown, but he's brought down quickly. Tackle made by number 12, Brent Macron. No gain, second down 10 from the 36-yard line. Or correction, he loses a yard back to the 36, second down 11 for the Gators. And so far, Jesse, Joe Brunson making some yardage here, but Blountstown really keying on number 9.
I think we're having a little bit of confusion there on our lineup. I think they've sent in several players, and looks like they might be trying to go to that Wildcat that you were talking about, Mark. Indeed, they are in the Wildcat formation. And Joe keeps the ball and goes on the left side this time and picks up about 3 yards to the 33-yard line. And the defense for Blountstown, Jesse, they have 12 sacks on the year for 54 yards and only 5 interceptions. So the defense, that doesn't sound like a lot to me personally, but that's where we stand with Blountstown defense. 12 sacks and 5 interceptions. Sounds like because they're 9-0, it was in big spots during the game, maybe. Very possible. It is third down, 8 from the 32-yard line. And it's Joe Brunson to the 26-yard line. Tackle made by number 35 for Blountstown. That is Garrett Martin. It is 4th and a yard from the 26-yard line. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Blountstown on top 7-0. And now Sam Croson drops back in shotgun. There is 17 seconds on the play clock. He has Zane still in the backfield, along with Joe Brunson, McQueen, and Adams split wide to the right. And now Sam comes under center. Hands off to Joe. Joe's tripped up in the backfield but plunges forward. He's got the first down inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Baker Gators. Yeah, we've seen several different formations tonight, more than we normally do. Normally by now we've ran the wing tee pretty consistently, or wishbone or whatever you want to call it, getting 2 backs in the backfield that are up on either side of the offensive line, and then having a fullback there to be able to lead the way whichever direction they decide to go in. But we've had several different formations tonight, Mark, changing it up a little bit. It is 1st and 10, Baker from the Blountstown 24. This time Jack Adams right side across the 20, the 15, the 10. The 5, and finally gang tackle by the Tigers inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. A great run by Jack Adams. Yeah, impressive run there, getting some help downfield as well. Lineman getting out in front of him, and even some of the receivers getting in on the game that time, Mark, being able to block downfield and allow him to get inside the 5-yard line. Yeah, some great blocks on the right side. Vaccarello, Oglesby, and tight end Joshua Gamble. It is 1st and goal, Baker at the Blountstown 2-yard line. 1:55 left in this first quarter. Baker behind 7-0. Direct snap to Joe Brunson, and it's directly to the 1-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and goal for the Gators. And Jesse, remember this started back at their 40-yard line. So an impressive drive. The first one was 3 and out for the Gators, but this one so far being very productive. It is 2nd down and goal inside the 1-yard line. Clock rolling, 1:25 left in this opening quarter. And Jesse, this first quarter is kind of flown by, it seems like. Quick. So now Sam Croson under center LaFleur. Hands off there at McQueen, right side. McQueen into the end zone. Touchdown, Baker Gators.
So, Jesse, how do you answer a Tiger touchdown? You come back with one of your own.
That's right. That's right. Great effort there by McQueen to get there and not give up, not get stopped there. He got around that right side, had one defender to beat, and I don't know if he was trying to jump over him or what. Got upended a little bit there, but nonetheless, he fell in the end zone. Touchdown for the Gators.
We've talked about this before. McQueen's a guy that you don't want to get right in his way.
No, sir.
So now, Jesse, to quote you, it is the all-important extra point. Pierce Thompson on the field. His holder is Ryan Fleming. And we await this snap. The snap is high. Fleming gets it down, and Pierce gets it through the uprights. A minute 7 to go, first quarter. 7-7 back after this.
WTJT is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators!
In 2006, Baker went to Blountstown in the first round playoffs. A little closer this time. Baker still loses in 2006, 50-6. And here it is 7-7 in this inaugural Sunshine State Athletic Conference Championship game. Pierce Thompson, his trademark pooch kick taken by Blountstown at the 35, and he is gang tackled by a slap. Just a gang of Gators. I was trying to say congregation or something there, Jesse. I don't know. Anyway.
You could have just went with a host of Gators.
No, I hate that phrase. You know that. Anyway, the Gators. So an ill-advised return on the pooch kick out to the Blountstown 40-yard line, 1st and 10 Tigers. 62 seconds left in this first quarter. We're tied at 7 apiece. And Jesse, really, what do you expect? Two teams undefeated, 9 wins. This is the climax to this season for the Gators and the Tigers. What a great game thus far.
Yeah, exciting matchup that they put together for us tonight.
Pumphrey under a center. Hands off to Smith. Smith across the 45, the 50. Still going. 30, 25. 15-10. He'll go all the way. 60-yard run by number 1, Trevon Smith. There are no flags. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, Mark, that was just some impressive running. I mean, he had a few blocks to be able to get him sprung into the backfield of the defense, but beyond that, just move after move. I mean, that was really impressive, some great running, and then he turned on the speed there at the end to be able to break away. Yeah,
Trevon Smith. He averages 12 yards per carry. He's got 13 touchdowns on the season, and now he's got one more. But what a great run. A 60-yard run by Trevon Smith, and Blountstown up 13-7. And now a flag comes in. And I believe that's the second flag. Baker had a delay of game earlier. Now a flag. The white hat talking to the holder, Valdez. And here comes the call. Hopefully. Not sure what's going on. And the holder Valdez talking with the head coach now. One of the linesmen talking with the coach and trying to figure out what's going on with the holder.
Illegal substitution. 12 men on defense. The penalty being fine.
Well, all that for naught, it was against the Baker Gators.
That's
so
right.
Illegal substitution on the Gators.
Maybe they were trying to figure out what they needed to do, accept it or decline it. Had to go to the coach that time.
So here we go for the extra point. McLeod on for the extra point for the Tigers. And this one is no good. Shane White gets in there and may have got a hand on it. It's no good. So the score remains Blountstown 13, Baker 7 back in just a moment.
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our Kids Call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say...
So the Tigers take about one play to go back on top. A 60-yard run by Trevon Smith. The extra point, no good. Partially blocked by Shane White. 13-7 Tigers on top. And now Joe Brunson at his 25-yard line. 30, 35, trying to get to the outside, and he is brought down by the Tigers. Tackle made by number 12. That is Brent McCrone for Blountstown.
Well, the Gators gave a quick answer last time, Mark, so now the offense is coming back out. I think that's important, again, to be able to continue to go. I think it's going to be blow for blow all night long because we've got two great offenses going against each other, but also two great defenses, and at some point one of these defenses is going to step up, make a stand, and that's probably going to be the difference in the game.
It is 1st and 10 Baker from their 33-yard line. 39 seconds to go in the first quarter. In motion is Jack Adams. Takes a handoff from Closen. And Jack's across the 35. Trying to find someone that runs backwards. He's going to be brought down by McCrone, Trevon Smith. And also in there was number 2, Javion Rives. So ill-advised run there by Jack going backwards. They actually give him progress to the 31. Still a 2-yard loss. It is 2nd down 12 for the Gators from their 31-yard line. 10 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, again, he was very close to being able to have that corner there, but just didn't quite get there and was met by a bunch of Blountstown Tigers.
2nd down 12 from the 31, and that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, Blountstown 13, Baker 7 back after this.
WTJT would like to say thank you to the Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union for supporting our coverage of Baker Gator football. Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of financial services with 4 locations, including the Baker branch location at the entrance to Baker School next to the Gator Cafe. They can be reached at 850-537-9815 or on the web at OkaloosaFCU.org. You can be a member of the credit union if you live, work, or worship or attend school in Okaloosa County. For all your financial needs, it's Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union. Achieving goals together.
The Baker Gators have lost 6 times to Blountstown since 2004. The 2 wins under the head coaching of Matt Brunson. But back in 2009, it was a tight one. Blountstown wins 28-20. And then the next year, they win 28-14. And right now, they're ahead 13-7 as we start the second quarter. 2nd down 12 for the Gators from their 31-yard line. And Joe Brunson in that Wildcat Formation. And he's across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. About a 5-yard run brings up 3rd down and 8. And Jesse, what is the strategy behind the Wildcat Formation? You got your running back back there. What's the reason for that formation?
Sometimes in that situation, it eliminates a handoff, so you don't have to worry about any handoffs coming in there. You wouldn't think that would be the case tonight. It's not a lot of wet weather, but it also allows your running back to get a full head of steam quickly. There's not as much time taken to hand the ball off, so you get a lot of downfield motion quickly.
And again, Joe Brunson in the Wildcat Formation and picks up about 2 yards to the 39-yard line, and that's going to bring you up 4th and 5 for the Gators. 11-12 to go before the half.
And kind of tag on to that, Mark, their defense is flying around to the ball. They're not timid. We've seen a lot of teams this year that are kind of a little bit more timid, so we can take a little bit more time to set up our play. Blountstown's quick to the ball. The only other team that I've seen that's had speed like this will be Northview at the beginning of the year. They flew to the ball all around it, so maybe that's another situation we're trying to get the ball downfield a lot quicker.
Joe Brunson on the punt. Gives a nice punt, goes to the 25 of Blountstown. Now Valdez picks it up. And Valdez to the 35, the 40, the 45, and he is flung out of bounds. Gavin Vaccarello throws him down near the 49-yard line. But a great run by Alex Valdez for the Blountstown Tigers.
It's a little bit of a sneak return there. It looked like he was just going to let it die and let it lay down there, but at the last second he picked it up and got around that outside and got several yards to pick it up for the Blountstown.
Indeed,
Tigers.
From the 25 to the 49, about a 26-yard return by Alex Valdez. First and 10, Blountstown at the Baker 49, 10:33 to go in the first quarter. Tigers lead at 13-7 over the Gators. Pumphrey hands off to Valdez, left side, and Valdez running hard. Gets positive yardage brought down by Devin Jordan and Jesse Jordan. Devin Jordan and Jesse Jordan at the Baker 42-yard line.
It was a little bit of confusion that time on the Baker defense. We left a receiver completely by himself on the bottom side of the field here at the Blountstown sideline, and thankfully they were not passing on that play. Otherwise, he would have had a clear path all the way to the end zone. Not exactly sure what happened there. Maybe they just decided just to play run and take their chances, but either way it worked out getting that stop.
7-yard run, second down 3, Blountstown from the Baker 42, 9:55 to go in the first half. Trevon Smith, right side, brought down by Joe Brunson near the Baker 35-yard line, but it's a first down for the Tigers. And so far, Jesse, Trevon Smith, I've been impressed by this young man who leads the Blountstown rushers 1,005 yards on the season thus far, 13 touchdowns, and he averages 12 yards per carry.
Yeah, he's quick, and he gets downfield. He doesn't try to go left and right a lot. He just tries to go north and south and get the ball as quick as he can down the field.
It is first and 10, Blountstown from the Baker 35-yard line, 9:25 to go first half. And Valdez on the handoff, and he is wrapped up quickly by big Eric McQueen. A yard loss back to the 36-yard line, brings up second down 11 for the Tigers.
And I think that's going to be a key, again, like we talked about at the beginning of the game, Mark, that our defensive ends are going to play a big role in this game, keeping their running back inside the tackles, because if he ever gets outside, we saw what he did on that last drive for Blountstown, he can really shake and go downfield and get down there quickly.
Second down 11 for the Tigers from the Gator 36-yard line, 8:48 to go in the first half. Pumphrey, quarterback, back to pass. Eric McQueen gets those big hands on it and knocks it away from the intended receiver, Alex Valdez.
Yeah, great play there by McQueen to get those hands up and disrupt that play. There really wasn't anything happening on that side of the field anyways. I think it would have been incomplete, but either way, he disrupted that pass in case there was somebody that fell back and got it. We had good coverage all the way around, but great job by McQueen to put that.
Blountstown doesn't, they don't pass a lot, Jesse. Pumphrey is only 26 of 42 this season, 519 yards, 11 touchdowns. Timeout, 13-7 Blountstown. Back after this.
We are proud to acknowledge the support of Whitehurst Powell Funeral Home in Crestview. They are a family-owned and operated funeral home, open 7 days a week, and can handle all funeral needs. Plus, they offer advanced planning. Whitehurst Powell is also home to the Southern Heritage Crematory. They are located at 436 James Lee Boulevard, and the phone number is 850-682-3052. Owner Andy Powell is committed to caring for you in your time of need, and is also proud to help make coverage of Baker Gator football possible.
We are live from Panama City, Florida, inside Tommy Oliver Stadium, a beautiful field, stadium, and press box, and glad to be here with you, Mark and Jesse, in the press box. Third down 11 for the Tigers from the Baker 36, and handoff. It's a fumble, and the Gators recover. Jake Miller recovers for the Gators, and now are they saying it's Blountstown ball? There's some confusion there among the officials, and we're waiting.
It looked like when he was going out of bounds, he didn't have complete control of the ball, so I'm not sure what the call would be in that, but I think that would end up being Blountstown ball way up there.
Well, the ball carrier was Kane Miller, and he fumbled, and Jake Miller did recover, but they're giving it back to the Blountstown Tigers back at the Baker